Now, 4 months on from the start of the war in Ukraine, and there doesn't appear to be a clear route to peace. With hopes that negotiations will lead to a breakthrough at some point, researchers at Glasgow University are now taking a look at how to make any agreements made stick, as Greg Ockrim has been finding out.
Tanya's getting on with the day-to-day, but her thoughts are elsewhere.
My grandmother, she's got cancer, and we don't know how long she has, but we can go and see them, and then she can't, at the moment, escape just because of her condition.
Her dad and grandmother are still in the city of Mykolaiv, which is being hit by Russian missiles on a daily basis. Her cousin is fighting on the front line near Odessa. His wife, Yulia, and child Miroslava are adapting to life in the east end of Glasgow after fleeing the country. The 4-year-old is attending nursery, but the language barrier makes it hard to fit in.
It's very hard for a child, but everything that she's doing is for a daughter, and they need to get used to it and continue living.
This family's story is just one of many who have had their lives turned upside down in the last 4 months, and returning home is only possible if peace negotiations are successful. Well, researchers in Glasgow and further afield are working on the Peace Treaty Initiative, which would fill a hole in international law and make agreements made during peace negotiations legally binding.
These parties concluded the Minsk peace agreements in 2014 and 2015, but these agreements were not implemented. If we have institutional structures in international law that can support the implementation of peace agreements, these conflicts might be easier to resolve.
Leading the project is Mark Freeman, who has first-hand experience in negotiations in Ukraine.
In a period where violence is escalating, where the war is escalating, it's even harder to make the case for peace talks. It's very unlikely you can reach peace in the first place. You're negotiating with your enemies. There's a lot of anger. There's great distrust. And so if you manage somehow to reach a peace settlement, international law can and must be a friend as much as possible to the sustainability of that agreement.
While the work is gathering pace, it may take a few years before it's used in practice, meaning it may not deliver peace quickly enough for Tanya and her family. Greg Ockrim, STV News.